Are serving sizes a scam?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
Have you ever looked at food's nutritional labels and wondered what's up with the serving sizes? For example, we got some Campbell's chicken noodle soup. How many serving sizes in this thing? 2.5. Who comes up with this stuff? I mean, yes, it is condensed, so you're supposed to add a can of water, but who gets only half the serving?
The youngest.
2.5 servings in this thing, and would you just eat the whole can?
Yes.
Probably?
I would. Okay, the mythical crew wondered this exactly, and then because they're very good at their jobs, as I've been asked to say, they immediately stopped and thought, we know exactly how to turn this into a fun and informative game to play on a daily internet show.
Man, they sure are good at their jobs, which they asked me to say. It's time for This Snack is Serving Sizes, Salty Snacks Edition.
Are you saying serving in the Gen Z sense?
I think I was.
Oh, that's cool of you.
Yeah, I'm so cool. Boopity boop 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 boop. Research, even though the serving sizes on the nutrition facts label seem random, they're actually dictated by the FDA, and the amount of a serving size is supposed to reflect what the average person eats in one sitting.
Okay.
It's different from portion sizes, which is the amount nutritionists recommend that you eat in one sitting.
And because serving sizes are meant to be reflections of what people actually eat, some serving sizes have recently been updated to better reflect people's habits. Because
they have.
In 1993, when the FDA first made the nutrition facts label, can you believe that it was 1993?
That seems late to me, yeah.
I mean, we were just like in the Wild West before that as kids. And they were using survey data from the 70s and the 80s, and now they use a lot more recent data from like 2003 to 2008, which is why serving sizes like soda recently went from 8 ounces to 12 ounces, because who drinks 8 ounces of soda, am I right? So, now that we got all that straight, Stevie, how do we play this game?
In each round, you'll be presented with a different snack, and your goal is to guess what you think the official serving size is, and whoever is closer without going over will win a point. You'll also use a second bowl to show us what your personal serving size for each snack would be, and we'll discover how close you are to the FDA serving size. And let's go ahead and dole out your first snack, shall we? It's one near and dear to your hearts, sour cream and cheddar ruffles.
So good.
And we're looking for a serving size based on individual chips.
But if you give me a bowl
Fill it
of
up.
these,
You fill it up, right?
I will finish the bowl. That's the problem.
If I
So,
give you the bag,
If you gave me the bowl and a bag, and just so you remember, this is the closest to going to the answer without going over. This is Price is Right rules.
I'm turning my thing sideways so you can see it, but
That's my serving size right there.
okay.
That's how many I would get.
So that's more than me, but then what I would do is I'd eat all these and then I would go back and what I do is I'll open a bag of something that I really love and I won't even use a bowl, I'll just put it on the counter. I'll be like, this is how much I'm allowing myself to eat, and then I'll put the bag away before I start eating. But then sometimes I will get the bag back out. But if the bag stays out, you just eat out of the bag. You see what I'm saying?
Now I'm trying to put together like what a normal person would do.
Cause if you've got a sandwich or you've got like a burger or something there, you're eating, it's a side serving.
Now you have to replenish
Are you just eating?
the serving that
You're
you've
just eating your
made for yourself.
I've eaten 3.
Okay, so do we need to count these chips or how are we gonna know?
Yeah, count the ones that are your official guess, because my answer is in number of chips.
Oh, okay. Well, there's some smaller ones. I'm gonna count that as 2, 3, 4.
I counted as I
5,
put them in there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's call that 15. And then I have at least 25 in mine.
Rhett, how many chips is your official guess?
7.
Okay.
I think people be barely eating. Barely eating. That's what I believe.
I hope it's not that low. 15.
You're both dancing around in the right general area, because the answer is 28 grams or 11 chips.
Ooh! 11 chips is less. 11 chips is like.
It's less than the number that you guessed, which means I
like
win, even if
that
I'd have
much.
said 1 chip.
I'm gonna have to eat these in order to get this
9,
bowl
10,
right.
11, 12.
11 chips!
Yeah, so you can kind of see if you weren't actively eating your own chips, just how much your serving sizes compare to.
Mine's about 20 chips. It looks like my serving size is about 20 chips. So I'm not that crazy. I'm just twice as big as a regular boy.
Yeah, you got more to fuel.
And how many chips did you put in? You think in you got pretty close to the real answer.
I think I doubled the size. 11 chips.
11 chips.
She
you were
wasn't
supposed to be
lying.
done.
I'm ignoring that.
Okay, we're moving on to Chex Mix here, and this time you're measuring your serving size in increments of a cup. Hence why you have increments of a cup available to you.
I got a quarter cup, I got a quarter cup, I guess that's a half a cup, and then I got a full cup.
Did we establish that the Mythical Beasts didn't like the bagel bites?
They didn't like them as much as we did.
Man, y'all crazy. They're so good.
They're so good.
I just had 2.
They're the best. They're the best part.
This is how I measure my snacks, by the way. I've always got one of these on my keychain. A lot of people don't know that. You hear me coming down the hall?
Like a janitor.
That's what it's my snack spoon. So what does it feel like to get a cup of this?
So 1 cup feels pretty good.
This me here? Cup.
But maybe that's too much.
I think I'd eat more than that. If I'm going fishing.
Yeah, be honest.
It's a good fishing food. When's the last time you went fishing?
Why is that a good fishing food?
I don't know. I've been watching lots of fishing videos on TikTok.
Well,
I keep getting people catching bass. I got a guy caught the biggest bass. It said biggest bass ever caught on camera. That was the name
ain't
of his.
true.
That was his
How
caption.
big was it?
I mean, he said that's every bit of 18 pounds.
Okay. Biggest bass
And then
ever caught on
and then it
camera. He
ended.
caught it with a camera?
That would have been awesome.
Quarter. Oh, look at how dinky that is.
What did I just do? I
This
think
is-
I would do a cup and a half.
This is 1 cup. This is a quarter. The way that I normally do this, I'll just grab a Ziploc bag and then I'll fill it up with Chex Mix. You know? So it's like, what is a Ziploc bag? I think it's a cup.
I think I could eat a quarter cup of Chex Mix and just like a spoon.
Yeah, that's 1 bite for you. I mean, that's literally what I made a
Huh.
serving because I can't go over. All right, so I'm locked in. FDA at a quarter. I'm at a full cup.
FDA at a half for me, and I'll give myself a cup and a half.
1 serving size of Chex Mix is half a cup.
Yes!
Well, shoot, you nailed it. You freaking nailed it.
I'm gonna go fishing!
Says it right there, half a cup. She's not lying. I like the fact that like we can tell if she's lying. A lot of times we can't.
Yeah, Stevie,
You know,
Stevie
we-
makes up a lot of
We
stuff.
just got to take her
We
word
found
for
that out because of a fact checker. We got contacted by a fact checker one
it. Bagel
time.
chip is back.
Said Stevie's lying all the time.
Okay, we're moving on to pretzels.
That's pretty, isn't it?
and,
It's a big bowl of pretzels.
Yeah, and no cups this time. You're just individual pretzelizing it.
Do you think we're gonna get to a point with them updating their standards that this will become the average amount that we humans are eating?
I think we're actually.
This is
I
it?
think we peaked, and I think we're coming back.
You think we're coming back?
The drinks can't get any bigger. If the drinks at 7-Eleven, if the largest size of drink at 7-Eleven got any bigger, people couldn't carry it. So that's the limiting factor. Is like you have to be able to tote it around. You know.
I'm gonna tell you how many of these that I eat. I'm gonna put it in my link serving bowl. I'm gonna eat 1 of these,
That's
and I'm gonna be
about
like, why don't I eat more pretzels? I'm gonna eat a second pretzel, and I'm gonna be like, why do they taste so burnt? I'm gonna eat a 3rd pretzel, and I'm gonna be like, why do pretzels exist? That's my relationship with pretzels. They fizzle out.
So
I eat 3 to come to that realization,
I'm a 16
and then like
pretzel
6
guy.
months later, I eat more pretzels. Why don't they have peanut butter in them? Why don't I eat peanut butter with something else besides pretzel? These are the things I think about.
I never get them, but I love them when I eat them.
Yeah. Why
This
are
would be a
pretzels?
good fishing food too.
Why are pretzels?
Because what you could do, you could take some of your fishing line and you can string up some pretzels right next to your head. Because one of the things I do when I'm fishing, my hands are occupied the whole time.
Right, you just gotta have a string here.
That's what I would do.
So, did you count how many you had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I
6,
got 16,
7,
but I've
8.
got my guess in.
9, 10.
And I want you to end up with your guess before I do it.
You know what? I'm going with 11 again. That looks like a nice conservative FDA average. 11.
I'm going with 7 again because I think there's a little bit more pretzel than there's a chip. It's deceptive.
Well, the serving size is also 28 grams, but that means 17 pretzels in this case.
Dang! Yeah, because they're hollow. That's right.
She's right, 17 pretzels. She's not lying to us.
Up next, we have Ritz crackers, which I've never seen presented in this particular manner before.
Oh, you haven't? This is how I do it.
Big old bowl of Ritz crackers is nothing to sniff at. And that's all I'm doing, so.
And the serving size is in crackers, in individual crackers.
The way I determine how many Ritz I'm gonna eat, and I think every person should do this, is how many can you fit in between your thumb and your finger?
They're so good.
The bigger
your
the
thumb,
hand.
Your thumb and your finger?
Like this. Comfortably, yeah. See?
That's how you're doing it?
Yeah, this is what I do.
I mean, typically when you pick these, you're doing something with them, right? Like you're
Eating them.
You're putting them on, no, you're putting peanut butter on them.
Not if you're me.
You're laying them flat across a saucer.
I do it all.
And then you're putting cheese over top of them. What did you call that? The
Cheese disc.
cheese disc.
It's Ritz crackers with shredded cheese on top and some gorgonzola if you're fancy like me. And then you put it in the microwave for about a minute, and then you pull that Frisbee off of the plate, and you have a good old night. That's how many I would get.
That is way a lot.
Well, let's count it real quick.
Dude, that is a lot, dude. And I'm even thinking this is too much because you know what? Ritz doesn't want their serving size to be too big because then all of their values go up underneath that. I can just tell that all these corporations.
30.
There's the moment where they're waiting for the FDA to come out and tell them what their serving size is. And they're like, well, we're hoping for 2.5, but we also know that most people would eat 18. And
Who looks
that's the
at the
big
serving
moment. And then
size?
somebody gets fired.
Wait,
you know,
I
there's
don't
probably a
understand
lobby.
this logic. Ritz wants a smaller serving size because of what? All their values?
So that the nutritional values underneath don't look as scary.
We
Like,
thought you
whoa,
were
there's not that much fat in
We
these.
thought you were talking about stock value.
No, I'm talking about like the fat number, the sodium number, all the bad numbers you want to be small. And
I'm a big investor in
People look at
Ritz.
that, but they don't look at the serving size. I think this is the amount that I would eat.
Mine's 30, by the way.
And then I think that the amount, there's a lot of fat and sodium in these. And I think they want to keep it small, so they're like making arguments to the FDA. It's like, you know what? You just, they make a cheese disc and, you know, so.
Who would be that guy? Can I be that guy? Can I be the guy
6.
that argues with the FDA over things?
I think it's serving
Send
size.
in Rhett. He's a Ritz guy.
It's an even number because you want to be able to sandwich them. I'm going with 8.
You know what? I'm going with 9 because I don't think it's an even number.
Well, 9 isn't an even number.
Because so far, every one has not been an even number.
Well, it's about to change, brother.
The answer is 16 grams or 5 crackers.
5. We are both over. Are you lying though? Nope, she wasn't.
Why is it so?
That means Rhett's serving size is 6 times what it's supposed to be.
Hey, Stevie.
I mean, even mine's pretty
Sometimes I like to stack 3 on top of each other.
big. And just eat them?
Because the way it crunches on top, it's a triple crunch.
You don't need anything else. They are so good.
Now, Ritz, not a good fishing food. Here's why. When I'm reeling in a big 18-pound bass,
Biggest ever caught on camera.
I mean, once I get him to the shore, I'll get, there's a flopping thing that happens. Water's going everywhere. A few drops of pond water on
Yeah.
a Ritz, and you've got a bad day ahead of you.
Yeah, that ain't
You know what I'm
good.
saying? So I don't bring these when I fish.
It's not a type of pate that I want. I will point out that it's still an odd number.
It's still an odd number. And Link, you've taken these last 2 rounds, so we're tied going into the last round. You were technically over, but you were closer, so you win.
Okay, good.
No,
Okay.
we weren't gonna be that generous.
Yeah, because it
we're
makes it
saying
fun to be
no, no, no.
tied to go into the last round.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we like fun. Pop Secret movie theater butter microwave popcorn in increments of a cup.
It's a secret.
Now,
Now,
I
what?
come from a family. That's all I wanted to say.
He didn't love him that much, but he did come from.
I come from a family where 1 bag of microwave popcorn is not enough for the family.
That's the serving?
Everybody gets their own bag.
I mean, one
Right? Everybody gets their own bag.
one freaking cup is sad. That's a sad little clump of corn.
Especially if you take, like, if you make it even like that.
So that's 1 cup.
I mean, it does almost fill up the bowl now that I see it.
So 2 cups. 2 cups is, again, yeah, it's
No,
like,
but hold on.
there's this whole thing where it's like, if you pick out a smaller plate and then you make your meal,
But is it
that's
compressed?
psychological.
Is it compressed popcorn? Because I bet you I can get.
That's something Trader Joe's is gonna be selling soon.
I'm gonna make a
Compressed popcorn.
what we call it a popcorn puck. And really,
I think that's called a rice cake.
if you
isn't
want to
it?
get it right, you got to put a little pond water
Corn
in there.
cake,
Just a little, because that really gets it going.
get some of that bass juice in there.
Oh my gosh. I think I can get, oh my goodness, look how small I got that. How much popcorn do you think I could get in there? In this puck?
3.
You drop this in the middle of a pond, the fish will go crazy. There will come from all corners of that pond.
5. I mean, I'm gonna eat 5 cups of popcorn, uncompressed. And
It is wild how that happens.
I hope that the secret is not that it's only 1 cup.
I'm like one of those hydraulic machines.
2 cups is just not.
Hydraulic press. Hydraulic wreck, that's what I say.
Now that we've both taken out everything out of here, this is a movie's worth of popcorn.
I've made grits. I mean, look at this. How I'm going into that one.
Is this the point?
No.
Hey, there comes the puck. Oh wow.
Get
Oh,
a load of that.
why is it moist? Pond water?
I've been adding pond water to it this whole time. You weren't paying attention.
So I've measured out 5, and that's very conservative. Just go off of my 5.
I know what I'm gonna do.
You say 10, right? What's your guess though? What's your FDA guess?
1.5 cups.
I went with 2 cups. Locked in.
1 serving size of popcorn is 2 tablespoons unpopped, which comes out to 3 cups.
Oh, good for
popped.
us.
Really? So you can eat a lot of popcorn. Link, you took it, man. You took it home. You served.
Well, I don't want to hear it from you. I want to hear it from somebody who can mean it.
Link, you are serving. You're serving.
Keep that up.
That was very convincing.
No, but hold on, Stevie. This says
no.
you're not. Stevie's lying to us. This says
This just makes about 3 cups.
3 cups popped, 2 tablespoons unpopped.
That's what I
That's
just
what he said.
said.
Yeah, I don't know though.
No.
I don't know.
I
I
was
feel like
listening.
you were lying.
How many popcorn
The correct
pucks?
answer is 2 tablespoons unpopped, which nobody measures.
How many popcorn pucks is that, CB?
3 servings per bag.
I couldn't tell you. Wet popcorn is like wet socks to me. Seeing you do that.
You like it?
No.
Oh, let me douse my sock before I put it on. What do you mean, do you like it?
I don't know.
So that's the secret. There's 54 servings in this box.
Wow. Thanks for subscribing and clicking that bell.
You know what time it is.
What's going on? It's Ryan, and we're in Harnett County, North Carolina. And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Harnett County built a tall boy water tower next to the other top water tower.
We remember when they put that big one on the right up.
That was a big day. And now they put a tall boy over there beside it.
Click the top link.
Water
to watch
all the
us,
way to the bottom.
to watch us guess the others' perfect portions for non-food things in Good Mythical More.
And to find out where the wheel's gonna land.
Okay. Not bad. 99-cent store chicken stock. Oh, the Whole Foods chicken stock is terrible.